So I'm in Jasper National Park today, just a little ways outside the town site. It's the Athabasca River down below me. Just gearing up for the summer hiking season here. Had a couple of things happen since my last video. I got COVID, I was down and out for about 2 weeks in bed, and then another probably month I wasn't hiking anywhere. And then during that time we had to put our family dog down, so I just had to take a break, but now I'm getting fired up and getting ready to do some good videos this summer. So I'm just cutting up away from the highway there. The highway goes right through the middle of the park. And that's the Athabasca River there. So if you go back in history, and some Sasquatch history, the reason the Athabasca River is important because David Thompson was an explorer back in the late 1700s. He started with the Hudson Bay Company. He basically mapped Alberta, southern BC, and Washington and Oregon. He was looking for a route from the interior to take fur down to the Pacific, so he's the guy who first mapped the Columbia River. Kicked it from Rocky Mountain House down the Columbia River into Oregon to Astoria, and here they set up a fur trading house in Jasper, which is now the town site in the provincial park, and took the Athabasca River, which runs north over towards Edmonton and up to Fort McMurray and Fort Chip. So they were here all the time, and I read his journal about 10 years ago, and he has a sighting of tracks in this area. Him and his crew were hiking along this river around here, and they saw large tracks, and in his words, they didn't follow them because the tiny balls of their muskets, which were made for shooting geese, would do nothing against a beast like that. And although he never particularly believed in Sasquatch, those tracks haunted him for the rest of his life. And he's a credible guy. He literally mapped Western North America. One of the best explorers ever. So that's why Jasper's always an interest to me. We live about an hour away. So this is a normal weekend spot we come. This is my girlfriend hiking ahead of me right there. She came out today. We're just out kind of exploring new areas. We've never been this far up this trail. We just played when our family was visiting by the highway there on the rocks, but this cuts up and around, so hopefully we'll get up to a nice view. So this trail totally popped out over here to the cliff side. We're on the opposite side of the highway, just paralleling it. We're just below the alpine. The rock is right up above us. We popped up out of the trees there. We're right off subalpine, just coming into the rock layer. Driven by this place a million times, never hiked up in here, and boy was it worth it. These views are just insane. That's what I'm looking at as I'm walking up. So I just came off the trail a little bit looking at tracks here, and this area, it's kind of hard to tell. There's like one right there, one here, one here. Bighorn sheep, and I saw some bigger ones I think are elk. So what we're going up into, there's a pretty big stream coming out of that cavern right there and runs right down this gully. We're heading up the ridge beside. I don't know if the trail crosses it or not. see what happens up here. So here's this canyon we walked up into. Pretty magical spot right here. Been driving by here for almost 20 years, wondering what was up in here, and today we accidentally found the trail up. Okay, so we're just walking out and we just saw this cave thing here. I'm just gonna check it out. Not sure if it's really a cave or not. Not really a cave, but good overhang, make a good spot to sleep. Pretty cool. We're back at the parking lot here. So we hiked up around the corner of that ridge. So we crossed that out around that ridge and then back up in there. Pretty good hike, amazing views. Good start to the summer.